Hey, what's up? It's Valar. Hope everybody's doing awesome. So this video, I know it's not original or anything like that. And first and foremost, I've never talked to the guy at all, although I'm going to reach out to him. But this is a comp that I know Rust from Reddit and Deadwood Jedi kind of made famous. But I feel super happy that I finally actually built it. So I really just wanted to showcase it and showcase my team. I cannot one key it yet, but it is the BatMan Eater comp. So 2 Man-Eaters, a Dracomorph, which I have. I'm still working on building. I got so much to work on right now and a bunch of videos. I'm actually prioritizing the stuff for the Fusion because I'm going to pump out some videos this week on the other Fusion champions that are involved in this Pixneal Fusion because I think that's really timely and interesting for people to see at this time. But anyway, let's actually just get into the build here. So it's Dracomorph, 2 Man-Eaters, Painkeeper, and Seeker. So I'm actually super pumped I did it. It's not, I do about 50 million a key, roughly. I haven't even tested it on Spirit because I finally just built it yesterday. I wasn't sure I had the gear to do it. Apparently I do, but my Man-Eaters don't do enough damage because you could see, and one of them has way too much accuracy because I put an accuracy banner on him that has this insane amount of speed to get him to the correct speed. But I'll just show you what they're at, what their stats look like, and what their masteries look like. There's a range. If you go to the Rust video, which I'm actually going to put in the comments, his Reddit post that made this famous, it's got the speed ranges. So they can be in a range. They don't have to be exact. And this one is 271. I think it's like 6 speed faster. I believe it's 265. You kind of want this app, but 271 works fine. I can attest to that, but my crit rate is god-awful. Crit damage is awful. So in theory, I should actually build the Man-Eater with more attack because he does damage based off of attack and actually also not worry about his HP at all. I wasn't really worried about it. It just happened to be the speeds I can get, the pieces I can use to get him at that speed. And ideally don't want accuracy on him either because you don't want him landing to decrease attack because it doesn't matter. And then the Masteries. These are actually the Masteries I used to use when I had him with my Rosh card. No, not Rosh card. I had 2 Man-Eaters, Venus, like a team that was kind of unkillable that I would just use to 3 key if I needed to, if I didn't get enough hits in on Void. And now in my clan, I mean, for a half hour after reset, if we're already 40% down, only 40% left on the boss. So War Master, and then kind of get this Grim Resolve stuff because they're going to increase the damage when they attack with less HP there. Definitely want to change this because I still got him on the accuracy tree, and that makes absolutely no sense. Go more on the defensive tree. But I didn't actually go in and change the masteries at all on the Man-Eaters. I was so excited to get it working that once I geared up the other 3 and got these speeds correct, I actually was like, whoops, I forgot to change the masteries. So 245 on this one. That one actually doesn't have any accuracy, which is good, but there's no crit rate. There's no damage numbers. There's no attack. So that's why it's actually pretty low. And then the masteries on this one, he has the defense mastery. So this is actually how I want this one. Although I, like just said, would probably want the Grim Resolve here. So I may respec the masteries a little bit on this. And then I'll show the Seeker. So my Seeker actually did get some good damage. 249 speed, 111 crit rate, 156 crit damage. And then his masteries are right here. War Master, and then the defense tree. Most of them you're going to want War Master and the defense tree on, actually. So, and then the Painkeeper right here. Here is her stats: 248, 108 crit rate, 108 crit damage. That's kind of funny. Maybe I can pump a little more crit damage out of that and get some of these stats a little bit different. I'm going to have to do some min-maxing. It takes a lot of min-maxing to get it to 1 key. I'm not there yet. You do not want the Retribution on her because it's important she doesn't counterattack out of turn because it'll mess up the cycling of the abilities. And like I said, I am not taking credit for this or doing anything. I'm just sort of like, hey, I think this is cool. I finally was able to do this. Pat myself on the back, put out a video. That's pretty much it. And the other one is Dracomorph here. So Dracomorph, you do want Retribution. You want to get as many attacks in as possible. Now, granted, you don't have to use Dracomorph. You can use Feign in this slot, which I am going to try to respec my Feign and use her there as well because I feel like I was at a really bad spot in Raid when I did a video on her, and maybe I didn't do her justice is the other thing too. So that's water under the bridge, but some of those videos weren't as good as I would hope they would be. And I'm going to be straightforward with people. I will be improving as a player and as with my content too. So anyway, okay, I have a Dracomorph in Relentless gear with damage stats, 4,500 attack, 222. He needs more crit damage, 108 crit rate, 183 speed, 301 accuracy. You do want him landing his debuffs like crazy, but still use the defense tree to get these counter attacks off. So if you get some extra procs on that, plus he's in Relentless, which is pretty cool, and it's a super easy setup. It is like the easiest setup ever. So now I can 2-key Ultra Nightmare, 1-key Nightmare, and 1-key Brutal. So I can use all 4 keys per day and max chest the 3 top clan boss which is actually really cool. So I'll just do a run here, and I'm not going to have this whole thing go through an entire run because the run takes like 15, 20 minutes. I'm actually just going to show how it sets up. It's on magic affinity, so it's a positive affinity, or it's neutral affinity. Yeah, it is a neutral affinity. I'm curious to see what it does on Spirit, because my damage dealing, who comes mostly from Seeker and Dracomorph, is going to actually be from Magic champions. I haven't had a chance to run it on Spirit, so I am going to do that and kind of see what happens. So it may be actually more damage output. So far, I've run it on this, and it does about 50 mil, and I've run it on Force, which was what yesterday's clan boss was, and it did about, I want to say 43 mil. So here we go. And this is like the coolest thing ever. You don't even have to have the clan boss take a turn. You A3 it right away with this one, with this Maneater. You just do the A1 with Seeker. Super easy. You do the A3 with, and again, I'm giving credit to Rust on this, and also Deadwood Jedi for all the speed calculations, all that stuff. And then you do the A3 with them, and then you just do the A2 on Maneater, and you literally just press auto from here. And that's it. It's that simple. So you saw Dracomorph get his procs with the poisons, plus the decreased defense and weaken. So I got both off right there. So it's really that simple. I'm going to come back once this run is actually over so we can look at the damage. But I feel kind of happy that I finally did it. I've always thought I'm still kind of a mid-game player, but I realized I got Lydia this week. I'm still struggling on Doom Tower, but that's my project. I'm actually kind of glad I'm struggling on Doom Tower because I haven't had the right gear, used the right champ, so I'm only on like level 48 hard. I finished normal, but I'm going to push to see how far I can get now, and if I can finish hard next cycle, I'll be fine with that. So anyway, with talking too much about all that stuff, so let's actually just have the run go through. I will come back at the end with the damage numbers, and we'll just call this a video. All right, we're going to finish it out, I think, at the best damage that I've done so far. We got about 2 more turns. I was thinking it might push 60. I don't think it's going to quite get there. It'd probably be like 57-ish. Maybe it would be 50. Maybe. I don't know. I would be pretty super pumped if it's actually 60. Because I really think what I need to tweak is those Maneaters. They have very low crit rate, very low crit damage. But the speeds are the most important things on those guys. But I do kind of want to min-max a little bit and get them pumping out more damage. I was just actually so happy that I finally built this that I wanted to do a video on it. And again, go check out the Rust post on it. These are the guys that deserve the credit, and Deadwood Jedi, and everything as well. So that's going to be it. Do me a favor. I will be doing more raid content. I've said this at least 4 times a week. You can expect raid videos. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Like the video and comment down below as well. Let me know if you've built this, if you got the teams, if you got the heroes to build it or whatnot. 34 million on Draco. That's pretty sick, actually. So he was getting a lot of Relentless procs there. So I'm not too far off. And I'd like to see what happens on Void. But again, that's it. Like and subscribe. I'll be back with more content soon. Cheers.